KGLFM, Fort Worth, Dallas.
97.1 The Freak.
p.m. 3:02 Central Standard Time, according to the Tower of the Friendly Mercantile. The tuner is on 97.1 The Freak. And this is the Downbeat. Warmest greetings, freaks and freaky chicks. I would be Mike Rhyner speaking to you today from the Diamond Factory. Alongside, here he is down there. Look at him. All hunched down. Acting like he's actually doing something. It is Dingo.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
The Knox City Knocker.
The Knox City Knocker, the Terlingua comic.
That's right. It's all coming back to you, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Actually, I didn't forget it. I just didn't know if you wanted to be known by that anymore, by that sobriquet.
Everything new is old today.
Everything new is old today. None more so than me. Mike Soroy.
My man.
Also here.
Yes, sir. I'm the fish out of water here.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
For a change.
Yeah. It's all good.
But actually, this is not about us.
It's about that kick-ass new theme song is what it should be about.
That is what it's about.
A little bit different.
Yeah, a little bit different. Wouldn't mind hearing that again.
We will.
Some other time, some other place.
Okay.
But look who we have here. For the first time in I don't know how many years, hell has frozen over. Same place, same time. It is Greg the Hammer Williams.
Hammer.
Sounds to me like somebody didn't get custody of the theme song.
It's not the only thing we didn't get custody of. Actually,
that's pretty good.
I didn't think I would ever have a use for it again, but, you know, things work out in crazy ways in this world. Besides, we got Dingo now. He's good like that.
Yeah, man.
You all right?
Well, I'm about to vomit.
Why?
I've never been this nervous in my life.
Yeah?
I'm really about to throw up.
It'll all come back to you.
I hope so.
It'll be fine.
I hope so.
It'll be fine.
Tell us about that. How's your last couple days been?
Because you know how embarrassing that would be? Because, you know, last time we were on, everybody didn't have a cell phone filming everything you do.
That's right. And now they do.
And I'd hate to have me throwing up on...
Throw up on a row of engagement rings.
Yes.
You have to pick out pieces of Coulter's barbecue out of the...
the Greggo discount applies to this row here.
Engagement rings, the most inexpensive of which probably cost about $70,000 or so.
Right.
But yes, we are all here, and we would like for you to come join us at the Diamond Factory today, because this is going to be a normal show. But we have the Hammer here, and we're all set to catch up with him and connect with him again.
Whatever you need to know.
I'm looking forward to this,
Whatever
man.
you need to know.
I'm looking forward to it.
You didn't know you were looking forward to it until what? When did you? So first of all, Monday was when Mikey, you came up with this idea, right?
Yeah.
And
well, when I presented
when you presented it to Michael.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, Mike. You came up with this idea?
Yeah.
God, I'd have loved to have been there when you broached it with him.
Yeah, well, that's what I was nervous about.
I'll tell you what happened.
I'd have loved to have been there for that conversation.
When he broached it with him, from the time he presented the idea, after 20 minutes it expired, you were booked to be on here today.
Really?
It took that much thought.
Ooh.
I ran it by Groobs, and he said, no way in hell Mike will say yes to this. And then I'm like, all right. So I let it simmer for a few days. Then I asked Danny.
Yeah, he asked me about it, and I didn't think there would be any way. And then we were just sitting around on Monday before the show, and I said, hey, Mikey, did you ever present your idea to Michael? And he said no. And I go, would do it now. And he goes, you serious? You want to do it now? And he said, what if we got Greggo back on the last day of the ratings book, pump it up, get him in here and just have a nice Hardline reunion. And Mike thought about it for what? Maybe 20 seconds and then asked me if I still had your phone number.
At first.
And we didn't need to look on our phones because we remembered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first.
I don't even know.
At first, I kind of recoiled the way I'm conditioned to do when it comes to you.
I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it if I were you.
But the more I thought about it, and it didn't take long, I mean, after about, 10 seconds or so, I was going, yeah, why not? Why not? And one thing led to another, and boom, you were booked, and here we are.
What do you think, Greg, 2 days ago when your phone rang? And does it say Mike Rhyner? What does it say when he calls you?
No, here's the deal. I didn't have his new phone number. And, I get all these numbers because somebody is obsessed with my auto insurance and warranty. Somebody's obsessed with it. And they call every day. And so I just don't answer my phone.
Yeah.
And so for some reason I picked it up and it was 1310. I thought, God, who's got that phone number?
Everybody now.
I mean,
Hello.
it didn't even occur to me. And so then I thought, okay, they left a message, let me hear about this. And it was Ryan. So I'm like, whoa. And it really floored me. I really had to sit down. I mean, you think I'm kidding you?
Yeah.
I could feel it in my legs, and I had to sit down.
I heard him leave the message.
Okay,
That's a group.
Nice for group.
You remember
Yeah. All right, there is Act 1 of the Devil's Work today.
I'm back in the saddle.
And so then I called him, and we had the conversation. Y'all heard it. And then Ron's like, okay, well, I'll see you Wednesday. Okay, hung up, and I'm like,
What I just agreed to.
I got to call somebody, man. I got to let somebody know. I got to let somebody know this. And then I'm like, no, Rhyner told me not a word to nobody. So I couldn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And so I haven't had a moment's sleep since then.
Is that right?
Not a moment. Not a moment.
Just nervous, apprehensive, concerned, everything?
I've never, look at me.
Yeah.
I've never been this nervous in my entire life.
You know what Greggo does now that's different?
What's
he
that?
drinks coffee.
Coffee.
He said he thinks about me every day.
morning.
When he makes a cup of coffee, he looks at it and goes, coffee.
Every morning. You think I'm kidding you? I live by myself, and I get up at 4:30 every morning. So
Right.
about 5 o'clock, I'm screaming in my apartment, coffee!
Mike thinks it's weird that anybody would drink coffee after like 7 a.m.
I think it's weird that anybody drinks coffee, period. But each to his own.
Yeah, it's,
If that's what floats your boat, then you drink coffee.
well, that's what
You
rehab.
drink coffee, Mikey?
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
do. Usually in the mornings. But
God, once again, I'm the outsider.
You learn.
I must be the only guy in the world that doesn't.
will you have a nice
I don't
coffee
either,
with us
Shoopy.
one of these days?
Yeah, a little coffee clatch.
Yeah.
What do you need, Groobs? Less what?
No, I was just saying I don't drink coffee either, so I'm standing in
There you go.
solidarity
don't,
with
Shoopy?
Shoopy. I do not.
All right. Once again, Shoopy and Shoopy, united.
So I know it's probably everything, but can you pinpoint the source of that apprehension and nerves? Was it seeing Mike again, being on the air again, being just on a microphone where everybody can hear
Okay.
you? I mean, what do you think it was?
All right. First of all, I'm very embarrassed right now because I'm very embarrassed on how things turned out and how I did things and how I conducted myself. And so, getting out and seeing other people, I kind of went underground for a while. And I've still
Boy,
got
you
that,
sure have.
I still got that embarrassment. And just apprehension of coming out here and, wanting to do good and wanting to make things right and just, if you really want to know the truth, have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wanting to have a good time. And it just, it makes me nervous. I promise you, I've never ever been nervous going on the radio. Even the first time I went on the air when I was at WBAP or the
Really?
ticket. Yeah, I've never, not one time. Because why? I mean, why would you be nervous? But right now, like I said, I'm about to.
About to throw up.
I hope I don't have another heart attack.
Thanks,
as
Debbie
well.
Downer.
How many heart attacks have you had?
Two.
When was the last?
They were within an hour of each other.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
Doesn't that count as one, or that's two separate? That does
was-
count as two?
2 events.
I'm gonna count it as two.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I will tell you this: when you're in the emergency room and they're just kind of fingering around and doing this and taking their time and coming in there, when they find out you got a heart attack, they'll get with it.
Really?
They'll get with it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll get the cords and the.
Now, did you get the stent or surgery, or did they rip you open? What happened with all that?
I had 2 stents.
Uh-huh.
But I had one way before then, and then I had to have another one in the emergency room when I had between the heart attacks.
Right. Now, was that like family history thing? Did your daddy have a bad ticker? Or?
Yes, my dad had open heart surgery when he's 55, and I'm 62 now, so I'm on borrowed time, and
You're a shade out of your teens.
no. But I used to feel better till then. I mean, the day that I had the heart attack, I was in the best shape of my life. I mean, I was riding my bike. I live in Grapevine now, and that place is awesome as far as riding trails and everything.
Yeah.
So I was riding my trail, riding around, did 40 miles, and felt okay, and went to bed and woke up about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, God, man, I hurt. I really hurt. And so I just kind of rolled over and it started hurting more. And then
Like,
it really.
where? Chest pain?
Yes, yeah, chest pain. I thought, man, this is chest pain. I better get to the hospital. So I drove myself to the hospital.
Right, on your bicycle.
I wish that would have been a better story. But no, I was in my car. And they took me in there and said, well, you've had a heart attack.
I wonder how they know. Do they just like EKGs?
I don't know.
They can
They've
know
got-
that happened before.
And you'd already had it,
Yeah.
so it had
Yeah.
ended?
Well, that's.
And then you had the next one when you were in the hospital.
Yeah, I mean, right there. Right there.
Jeez.
Right there. But you know what? If you're going to have a heart attack,
I guess
have
that's a
one
good
in the
place to
emergency
do it.
room.
Yeah, that's true.
Have it in the emergency room.
Better than like at a Dairy Queen, right?
Yeah.
So when you had the second one, did you know what was going on,
no,
or
no,
did they know what was going on?
They knew immediately.
Oh, they
knew,
did?
they knew immediately because they had me hooked up to everything.
Yeah.
And so, I had that, and they're like, "Oh, you had another heart attack." I'm like, "What?" And then they couldn't give you any pain medicine until they knew what was going on.
Get y'all stable.
So I'm just sitting there.
Did it hurt?
Yes.
I was about to ask the same thing
It-
because I fear it. I mean, is it pain or just fear that you're
Oh,
feeling?
man, it's just it really feels like that a truck just pulls right up on your chest and just parks. And
Like you got a big, heavy thing on there?
Yeah. And then you'll have some shooting pains every once in a while. I don't recommend it.
Now you do stuff to prevent that, like getting scanned and getting all your blood work and making sure you're on top of it.
I really don't want to say this because I don't want to open up a can of worms.
You don't eat an entire hog every day anymore, right?
No. Dutch.
Dutch.
Did you go out and catch
Shake
yourself?
Yeah. But I'd all this happened in May, and I'd had a full physical in February.
Yeah.
And everything was perfect. It was
Right.
perfect, and I was in perfect shape.
Yeah.
And then that hit. Wow. Now,
Dadgum,
I don't have the genetics on my side.
Right.
So that could be one thing, or. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I am totally vaxxed and totally boosted.
Oh boy.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, boy.
So there is that.
Yeah.
So how's your health now? I know it's been because I look at you as sort of a mythic character. I started the ticket the same month. Yeah, I really do because it's like the legend of the hammer. I heard it for many years, but we didn't interact. But one time, you were fishing around for credentials in the ticker room, and I was doing weekend tickers, and I kind of turn around and you pop in there, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Mike Soroy," and you're digging in the credential drawer, and you just whip your head at me and you just went, "Greg Williams." And then looked right back down and got your credential and left. And that was literally our first entire
Let me tell you
interaction.
something. He couldn't have cared less.
Oh, I picked that up real quick. The weekend ticker guy was not going to stop down his mission. But yeah, I know there's been health concerns and weight fluctuations. You look great right now. How's your health right now?
Well, it's I'm just tired all the time.
Yeah.
With the exception of that, I'm because I can't work out. Because I'm just tired all the time.
But so am I.
It's tough. It's rough when you get 60. But otherwise I'm fine. I mean, I've started walking a little bit.
That's
good.
good.
I can't run, but
Yeah.
I've started walking. And
As long as you're doing something, eating well,
well, I'm not doing that.
What are you still?
But then I
still
never
eating
have.
15 Whataburgers?
No, but I can eat 10.
No, you cannot. I was there when you tried. You made it through like 1.5.
How much?
10
How much? Right here.
Whataburgers.
How much? Right here.
Oh man,
We don't want number 3.
Wasn't that his
at the
big
Diamond
claim? Was
Factory.
it 10 Whataburgers?
Hey, but you know what?
I just remember 15 tomatoes and free Papa Shop.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I
Absolutely, you bitch.
All right, what's that one? I need to know these stories.
From a Joe Willie's live spot. That was one of the first out-of-context drops ever
And
pulled by the Double
so,
Expo.
It's so wrong, and
Yeah.
I've had to live with it forever.
Yeah, he was...
I said, you betcha.
Because Mike was talking, you want 15 tomatoes on your hamburger? By God, you can get them. And Greggo goes, absolutely, you betcha. And
That's what he
cut
meant.
off.
That's what he meant to say.
Yeah, he ran the words together so it sounded like absolutely you betcha. But when you isolated it, just sounded like in the middle of a live spot for whatever reason. Greggo decided to call Mike a bitch.
No, actually,
Absolutely, you bitch.
He did. He said, "Absolutely, you bitchin'."
Speaking of which,
well, look at this.
the original devil. What's up, Expo? Look at this.
Expo in the house.
Kevin, the Great Expo, everybody.
Yeah.
My leader.
Unbelievable. Look at that guy. You look exactly the same.
But he can take that cap off, and it'd be jarring.
Oh, yeah?
Isn't it, Rhynes?
Oh,
Isn't that what
it is jarring.
All right, well, explain who that is to those of us who are new listeners or don't remember everything for 30 years.
We were very fortunate on the show because we went through a long string of board ops, and board ops are very, very essential to the show, as we would learn over time. I don't think I thought that much.